It shouldn't be you versus the world, you versus the IG baddies. It should be you versus you. Hey YouTube, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So as y'all can see by the title, today we're talking about how to invest in yourself and how to level up your life for 2025, okay? Not even for just 2025, but really for today. But before we get into that, I just want to say shout out to all of my subscribers and shout out to all of my new subscribers. I really appreciate everybody who's been here from the beginning. I appreciate you if you came yesterday. I appreciate each and every one of y'all so much. And if y'all see my last community tab post, I said that I wanted to start showing my appreciation for your support by showing some of my favorite comments in every one of my videos going forward. So here are some of the featured comments for today's video. I appreciate every one of y'all's support. I love each and every one of y'all. Even though we might not know each other in real life, I really do, because y'all are the type of people that make me keep going. And with all of that being said, we're gonna get right into this video. So today's video is about confidence, how to build your confidence from zero. The reason why I wanted to make this video is because I've been doing most of the emotional work over the past 3 years of my self-love journey. And over the past year, I've considered doing the physical aspects of it, but I had a little bit more things to work through when it came to the physical aspect. And we'll touch on a little bit in this video. But over the past few months, I've really gotten a little bit more confident when it comes to taking care of my physical appearance. And if I'm spending all of my time renewing my mind and trying to become a beautiful person on the inside, or really just embrace that beautiful person that I am on the inside, I want that to reflect. You know, for me, I've always been that type of person that was just a cool girl. Like, I was cool with all types of different people when I was in high school, but I was always that cool person that was never really noticed, that cool person that was always overlooked, the cool person that a lot of people just didn't know existed. It's not to say that you need to glow up or be physically pretty or appealing or whatever just to get friends or just to get opportunities or just to be seen by other people. That's not what it's for. It's just an observation that I've made about my life. But the whole reason why I'm doing it is because I want to feel confident. It's because I want to feel beautiful. And that's what I want you to feel. And glowing up and looking presentable and being beautiful on the outside doesn't mean that you're necessarily seeking validation or that you're in competition with other people. It's mainly about just trying to be better than who you were last year. Being better than who you were a few months ago, you know? The competition should just be between you and yourself. It shouldn't be you versus the world, you versus the IG baddies. It should be you versus you. We already go through a lot in life, so why not look good while you do life? You only get one, and there's no point in spending it just comparing yourself to other people. You deserve to look beautiful. You deserve to feel beautiful. You deserve to be able to put that effort in without any competition, without needing anybody's validation. This is solely for you. Now, a little bit ago, I mentioned how I had to do some of the emotional work when it comes to around the physical aspects of my self-love journey and my confidence. One of those things was I had to work through that shame. The shame of wanting to be feminine, wanting to dress up, be pretty, put on makeup, you know, doing all of those things. Because growing up, I was always shamed for that. Like, why do you need to do that just to go to the store? Why do you want to put on that and you're not even going anywhere? Or why are you doing all of that? You don't need all of that. Or why are you wearing that? You don't need to wear that. You need to wear this. Or people are gonna think this about you if you do this. It's just so much stuff, you know? And when we grow up experiencing that as girls, we tend to have low self-esteem. We tend to lose our confidence that we naturally had as a child. And speaking of a child, like, this is the reason why we have to do it. We have to do it for our inner child. I always talk about building that relationship with your younger self. You have to do that in order to become your best self, in order to move forward and heal truly. You have to do it for her. At one point in time, I'm sure she was the type to play with makeup and take pictures and dress up. At least for me, I know that was the case. When I was little, I always had like the pretty princess dresses, the shoes, the crowns, all the way even down to how I posed in my pictures. I always thought I was a princess. So what changed between that time that I was younger to now? It's that shame. We have to let go of that shame and really reframe our mind to think that we deserve to be able to take care of ourselves. We're women. We're young women. We're not gonna get this time back. And as a woman, what else are we really supposed to be doing? A lot of people in society have this image that women are only meant to be having children and taking care of the home. But women are so much more outside of that. Women are people too. They're not just mothers. They're not just teachers, not just nurses and doctors. They're women. Women like to dress up. Women like to look pretty. Women like to take care of themselves and practice self-care. And women that feel like they don't like to do that, you deserve to do that too. Women that feel like they can't do that because you got kids, or you feel like you can't do that because you're afraid of what everybody else is gonna think of you, you deserve to do that too. If you decide today, I'm gonna start taking care of myself, you deserve to do that. Who's gonna whoop you? You know me, I've always got a smart mouth. I'ma always say who's gonna do something to me, because nobody is. We're grown. We have to take back our self-expression. We have to take back our individuality that was taken from us. If you feel like you are too afraid of what people are gonna think of you, don't. Do not dim your beauty and dim your light just because you want to be comfortable with other people around you and because you don't want to be talked about. A lot of people are going to talk about you anyway, whether you don't look nice or whether you do, so you might as well look nice. And me, I'm the type of person, like, I had to think, I was always the floater friend. I never belonged to anybody. I was friends with everybody. I've never really fit in with anybody. So why would I try to fit in with people now? If I grew up being rejected, if I grew up not fitting in with my peers, why would I dim myself down to fit in now? Fitting in is trying to get validation. And you know I don't go for that at all. We don't try to chase other people's validation over here. You have to learn how to validate yourself. If you are different, that is fine. Let people talk about you. Because what? They're going to talk about you and then what? They can't pay their bills by talking about you. So it doesn't really matter. Let go of that shame that you can't be who you want to be just because it was suppressed by people who was uncomfortable with themselves. That's the part, actually. Those people don't like themselves. They're not comfortable with themselves. They care too much about what people are going to think about them if you decide to express yourself how you want to. It's them. It's not you. If you want to wear pink hair, girl. If you want to wear black nails, wear black nails. Do whatever you want. It's your life to live and you only get one. Because one thing I do know is that if you decide to suppress yourself because of other people talking about you, neither one of y'all are happy. So at least if you're going to do anything, be yourself and be happy, because haters are going to be miserable all the time. That never changes. So do what is best for you. Whenever you're having doubts, whenever you start trying things and it feels uncomfortable for you, what I used to do is tell myself that I looked good or point out something that I feel looks really nice. When I first started doing my makeup, if I wasn't comfortable with my makeup, I would point out something else, like, oh, I like the way my jeans fit. And I would say that out loud. And over time, saying things that you like about yourself, whenever you get outside of your comfort zone, it starts to tell your subconscious mind that I'm really that girl. Like, why am I focusing on this just because it's new? Because what your brain will tell you is like, oh, I look crazy. Oh, I don't really know what I'm doing. Because it's something that you've never done before, because you're getting out of your comfort zone. But when you fight back against your brain and you say, no, hold on, I actually do look good today. I like the lip combo I chose. I like the earrings I chose. I like the shirt that I chose. Over time, your subconscious hears that, and it helps build your confidence. And I know it seems small, and I know it seems like it doesn't really matter, but in the long run, it will make a difference. It takes a lot of time and a lot of money to invest into yourself. It takes a lot of time because you have to really experiment and find what works, and it takes a lot of money because life ain't free. So you really gotta find what works for you. And whenever you do find what works for you, you will start to see the benefits of that. This is not a pretty privileged channel. This is not an exotical channel. This is nothing of the sort. I'm just giving my experience based off of some of the things that I've learned and some of the things that I've experienced when I put effort into myself. When I was growing up, I was never really the person that a lot of people wanted. I was never the person that was really looked at. I was overlooked. I was rejected just because I wasn't conventionally attractive. And because I didn't have the same things that everybody else had. But now that I noticed that whenever I start investing into myself and I spend the time and I spend the money, I feel so much more confident. And whenever I go out, whether that's because of my jewelry, because of my hair, because of the clothes that I picked, my makeup, I notice because I feel more confident that confidence, it radiates to others. So when I walk in a room, I might get more looks. I definitely do get more compliments. And most importantly, like, a lot of people want to help me. I was talking about in one of my other videos how control used to show up for me as like not asking people for help and trying to make sure that I have a plan and making sure it goes right. Growing up like that, it made me uncomfortable to ask for help. So now when I go to ask for help, a lot of people are more willing to help me. And it is kind of a weird experience just because I'm not used to it. But I really do deeply down appreciate it because I'm only one person and I can't do everything on my own. Like, for example, I'll go to a store or whatever and I'll try to pick something off the shelf, and if I can't reach it, I'll go ask somebody, excuse me, can you help me get this down? And they'll be more eager to help me. Literally last night I went to Target and I went and picked up some stuff and I dropped something, and then this guy that was walking in front of me literally turned around to help me pick it up. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can do it, it's fine. He's like, no, I got it. And I'm not saying that it's right, but I just noticed the difference between when I didn't put myself together versus now. And all of this stuff that I'm saying right now is not to necessarily get validation or to have privileges and stuff like that. But whenever you work on yourself and whenever you invest into yourself, other people see that. Other people notice that. Other people are attracted to that because that confidence, that aura, is just radiating off of you. And people notice. And one of the things that I would say is that whenever I started going outside more and I would start getting more looks and stuff, I would feel uncomfortable. I would feel like, why are you staring at me? Why aren't you saying anything? Like, why are you just looking me up and down? As uncomfortable as it is, you deserve to be looked at. If somebody finds you attractive, you deserve to be looked at. You think I be spending hours doing my makeup and curating a nice outfit, picking out the right jewelry and doing all of that stuff just for it to not be seen and noticed? You're gonna notice me. Even if I'm not doing anything that day, I'll go do some extra stuff just so you can see what I'm looking like. You don't have to compliment me, but you're gonna see it. And that's how you should be. You deserve to be looked at. And when you feel uncomfortable with getting compliments, when you feel uncomfortable being looked at, sit in it because you deserve it. I'm pretty sure if Beyonce was to walk past you right now, if Rihanna was to walk past you right now, if Nicki Minaj was to walk past you right now, you would be stopping, staring, recording them in awe. Like, oh my God, they are so beautiful. And even if you don't get to tell them that to their face, that's still how you feel. So think about that. You deserve to have the same treatment. Whenever I put myself together, I also get more respect. And this is not to say that everybody does not deserve basic human respect, because I feel like everybody does. Everybody deserves basic human respect. But in my experience, growing up, certain types of people would not treat me like a human being just because I wasn't conventionally attractive enough to them. And no, that's not right. But I have noticed that whenever I do put more of an effort into myself, people are more likely to respect me. But I also still have a smart mouth, and it's like, look, you're not going to be around me if you disrespect me. I don't tolerate disrespect. So if you're gonna be around me, you're gonna respect me. Otherwise, you can keep it pushing. But we can't really control how other people were raised and how other people operate in the world today. But it is just something that I've noticed. A lot of people call me Miss and Ma'am, even though I'm not even that old. Because it just goes to show that you actually care about yourself. I see it. You respect yourself enough to put yourself together to present out into the world. So I'm gonna give you the same respect that you give yourself. And like I said, it's all tied back to being yourself and doing what's best for you. It all comes back to, I am not focused on anybody else or what anybody else is doing. I'm worried about me. I'm pouring into me. I'm doing everything I can do to make myself feel good. And it just attracts other people. They see you focusing on you and they see you. It's crazy how that works. Last but not least, investing into yourself gets you a lot of opportunities. It's crazy. Even the ones that you're not qualified for. I was just listening to a video about this yesterday. A lot of people like to see somebody that's going after their dreams and their goals and just automatically label them as lucky, especially if they know that person in real life. They want to label them as lucky and everything just happens for them just because. But sometimes the reason that person might be accomplishing something is because that person decided to get up and take control of their life. People intentionally set themselves up in places and then an opportunity just happened to work out, even for the ones they weren't qualified for. It happened to me. It was this one day, y'all, where I decided I was going to be serious about getting my life together by getting locked in. And I intentionally sat myself in a place because I wanted to go just to learn and to see what I could invest in. And then an opportunity presented itself. Had no idea. And it worked out for me. And whenever you're on the other side of getting opportunities that you feel like you don't deserve, and I feel like I should say this because this is something that I was feeling a few weeks ago. I was like, dang, like, do I deserve this? I'm like, how did I get here with all of these other people? How did I specifically get this opportunity? It's because you did the work. Yeah, it might not seem like you did too much just because you happen to be in a certain space, but the thing is, you got up and you did that. You put yourself in that space in order to get that opportunity. You did the emotional work to realize that you're not a victim and that you have to get up and take control of your own life, which led to you making that decision to put yourself in that space. And that opportunity just happened to work out. This is what I mean when you focus on yourself and you invest into yourself, how things will work out for you, how opportunities and people will start to be attracted to you because of your magnetic energy. This is what I mean. The other part that I did was I was presentable. I invest into my education and my knowledge. That's how I'm so knowledgeable. That's how I'm able to talk to people. I go out by myself. I talk to people. people. I'm investing into my people skills. I'm investing into these things that will help me whenever these opportunities present themselves. You never know who's recruiting for something. You never know if you fit the description somebody's looking for and you're in the grocery store. You never know. So just because you was focused on yourself, you invested into yourself, you speak well, you're smart, and you take care of yourself, opportunities and stuff just come. And as they should. You did that. Imposter syndrome can be such a huge thing when you feel like you're a fraud because you didn't necessarily do what other people may have done to get to a certain place in life. People can feel like that about me. With my YouTube channel, people can feel like I'm lucky or feel like I'm not even doing nothing crazy or I'm not deserving of what I have. But I'm the one that's putting in the work. Even if it looks easy to y'all, it's not easy. I continue to show up here. It's not luck. I just happen to put myself in the space, in the YouTube space. I put myself out there and the opportunity came. I was being myself. I was focusing on myself for my emotional part of my journey and the people just came. Y'all are literally here because y'all are following my self-love journey. And we're on the journey together. And all I do is just share what I learned on the way. That's all I do. And the reason I have this opportunity is because I put myself in the space. I put myself out there. Investing in yourself begins with focusing on yourself. The physical aspects like makeup and all of that stuff, it's a part of it. It comes afterwards, after the emotional work. But once you start tying both of the things together, it will work out and you will start to see a stellar difference in the life you used to live and in the life that you live now. I promise you that. Okay, part 2 of this video will be coming out next week and I hope that you stay tuned for that. So that'll be things like working on your body, working on your skincare, working on your makeup, working on your hair, finding clothes that fit best for you. That is exactly what we'll go down into because I don't want to make this video too long, okay? I just want you to know that, like, be yourself. Yes, a lot of people might hate on you whenever you be yourself and whenever you invest in yourself, and like they'll say you're conceited and whatever. Like, I don't even care. I don't care. Whatever they want to say. When you are being yourself and when you are focusing on yourself and when you're investing into yourself, you're the happy one at the end of the day. A hater that's talking ain't happy. So that's all I have to say about that. Make sure that y'all stay tuned for part 2 next week where we'll dive into hair, makeup, nails, clothes, and all that type of stuff. I just want y'all to sit with what I said today, okay? So thank each and every one of y'all for watching to this point. If you did, make sure that y'all leave a like or a comment down below. I would really appreciate that. Make sure that y'all leave a comment so y'all can be featured in my upcoming videos. And make sure that y'all go ahead and follow me on Instagram, even though I don't be on Instagram. I know y'all hear me say that a lot. And if you decided to subscribe, thank you so much. I'm so glad to have you here. And obviously, if you've been following me from the beginning, I'm always appreciative of you for always being here, whether the ups and downs of me posting sporadically or not, like you decided to stay. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for watching. See y'all in my next video.